পৃষ্ঠা 239 কোনো লেখা নেই। আবার পড়ছি, পৃষ্ঠা 239 প্রজেক্ট। পৃষ্ঠা 240 কোনো লেখা নেই। পৃষ্ঠা 241 লিসেনিং অ্যান্ড স্পিকিং অ্যাক্টিভিটি, ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ স্কিলস। Language learning involves mastering 4 fundamental skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Among these, listening and reading are classified as receptive skills, while speaking and writing are considered productive skills. Listening. The role of listening. Listening is crucial in the language acquisition process. It is the very first linguistic ability that children begin to develop. Through listening, they are introduced to the sounds, patterns, and structure of language. To learn any language effectively, one must engage in active listening. Unfortunately, until class 10, this skill often remains underemphasized, with greater attention placed on reading and writing for evaluating learners' progress. There is a common but misleading belief that listening skills will develop naturally. However, without sufficient exposure to spoken language, mastering this skill is extremely challenging. Listening cannot be taught in isolation. It requires that the target language be used actively during classroom interactions. Classrooms enriched with meaningful input, well-structured lessons, and skilled instructors can significantly improve learners' listening abilities. Overuse of the native language in class, on the other hand, can hinder listening skill development in English. What is listening? Listening is not a passive act. It is a dynamic process that involves the speaker, the medium, and the listener. This process includes input, the spoken words of the speaker, processing, interpreting the sounds, body language, and tone to derive meaning, output, the response from the listener. Processing methods in listening. 1. Bottom-up processing. In this method, listeners rely entirely on the audio input to understand meaning. It starts with identifying individual sounds, then forming words, followed by assembling phrases and full sentences. Success in this method depends on one's vocabulary and grammar skills. Example, input, quote. Input, quote. Rita prepares her lesson in the morning, unquote. Step 1. Rita. Rita, oblique, prepares, oblique, her, oblique, lesson, oblique, in, oblique, the, oblique, morning. Step 2. Rita prepares her lesson, oblique, in the morning. 2. Top-down processing. Here, listeners draw on their prior knowledge and overall understanding to make sense of what they hear. They interpret meaning using context. Example, input, quote. It was raining heavily, colon. Ashit was late at school, unquote. The listener infers that Ashit's lateness was due to the rain using real-world knowledge. Being an active listener. Active listening demands full mental and physical engagement. It involves concentrating deeply on what the speaker is saying, processing the message thoughtfully, and responding appropriately. This form of listening enhances interpersonal communication helps manage challenging conversations, builds stronger personal and professional connections, and opens up new opportunities. Becoming an effective communicator starts with becoming an attentive listener. Why listening is important? In our linguistically diverse country, English serves as a common medium of communication across regions. Since it is not our first language and we have limited chances to hear it spoken around us, we must proactively seek opportunities to listen to English. পৃষ্ঠা 242. Here are some benefits of improving our listening skills. 1. Effective communication reduces misunderstandings and helps us convey and receive messages accurately. 2. Relationship building demonstrates respect for the speaker and strengthens bonds. 3. Conflict resolution enables us to hear different perspectives and find balanced solutions. 4. Enhanced productivity saves time and minimizes errors. 5. Learning and personal growth broadens our understanding through the experiences of others. 6. Better decision making helps in weighing diverse viewpoints before arriving at conclusions. 7. Emotional intelligence builds empathy and emotional control by exposing us to varied opinions. 8. Stimulates creativity. Listening can inspire new thoughts and innovative ideas. Types of listening. Listening can be broadly categorized into two types. 1. Casual listening. This occurs when we hear sounds or conversations without a specific purpose, often in social or everyday contexts. It is mostly passive and may not involve much attention unless something catches our interest. 2. Focused listening. This is purposeful and requires full attention. Whether in classrooms or workplaces, we often engage in this form of listening to extract information or gain understanding. Listening task formats. Here are some common types of listening tasks you may encounter in class. Task type, description. বাঁ দিকের কলমে লেখা আছে টাস্ক টাইপ, ডান দিকের কলমে লেখা আছে ডেসক্রিপশন। অডিও ডেসক্রিপশন, লিসেন টু এ ক্লিপ অ্যান্ড ডেসক্রাইব ইটস কন্টেন্ট। মাল্টিপল চয়েস, আনসার MCQs based on the audio. Sequencing, recorder events in the correct sequence after listening. Fill in the blanks. Complete sentences with missing words while listening. True or false. Decide if statements are true or false after listening. Listen and draw. Draw a picture or diagram based on audio instructions. Note taking. Take notes on key ideas while listening. Listen and match. Match items in two columns based on an audio passage. Listen and solve. Solve a problem after listening to relevant information. Comparative study. Compare two elements based on different audio inputs. Sample listening activities. 1. Listen to an unfinished story. Try to guess its ending. Then hear the full story and compare. 2. Listen to a poem and complete a worksheet with related questions. 3. Listen to a speech by a notable personality and answer questions based on it. 4. Engage with a recorded conversation and respond to comprehension questions. 5. Hear a job advertisement and list the qualifications required. 6. Follow a spoken description to create a diagram or sketch. You may visit the following website to improve your listening skills: https colon double oblique learnenglish.britishcouncil.org oblique skills oblique listening oblique A1 hyphen listening. https colon double oblique learnenglish.britishcouncil.org oblique skills oblique listening oblique A2 hyphen listening. https colon double oblique learnenglish.britishcouncil.org oblique skills oblique listening oblique B1 hyphen listening. https double oblique learnenglish.britishcouncil.org oblique skills oblique listening oblique B2 listening. https colon double oblique learnenglish.britishcouncil.org oblique skills oblique listening oblique C1 listening. পৃষ্ঠা 243 Speaking skills. Mastering a language involves not just learning its grammar and vocabulary, but being able to communicate meaningfully and appropriately. In direct communication, listening and speaking function hand in hand. Before speaking, one must listen attentively and with intent. However, for many learners, especially in classroom settings, speaking in a foreign language is a real challenge. Learners often have limited opportunities to speak and gradually develop hesitation or fear, commonly referred to as reactive inhibition. As a result, they avoid using English in real-life conversations. The emphasis often falls heavily on perfecting grammar and memorizing rules, which compromises fluency. This traditional approach must shift. Rather than merely studying about the language, students should learn through the language by actively engaging in it. Skill-based tasks and interactive activities are essential for enhancing speaking proficiency. Why speaking matters. The ability to speak well carries numerous benefits. Whether in academic, social, or professional settings, a confident speaker stands out. Here is why improving your speaking skill is essential. 1. Clear communication. Ensure your speech is structured, coherent, and convincing. Your words should accurately convey your ideas, thoughts, and emotions. Avoid unclear or vague statements to minimize confusion. Adapt your language to suit your listeners' level and maintain consistency throughout your speech. 2. Academic success. Active participation in classroom discussions, group activities, and debates enhances understanding and builds self-confidence. Effective speaking reflects clarity of thought and can boost your performance in academic settings. 3. Professional advancement. Strong speaking skills are a huge asset in interviews, client meetings, team collaborations, and public presentations. Fluent speakers often make a better impression and open doors to leadership opportunities. 4. Relationship building. A fluent, friendly speaker easily connects with others. Speaking well promotes trust and fosters meaningful interactions. 5. Persuasion and influence. Through speech, one can motivate, inspire, and influence opinions. It's a powerful tool in leadership and social engagement. 6. Clarifying thoughts. Speaking allows us to organize, express, and even refine our ideas. 7. Public speaking, whether at seminars, campaigns, or public events, speaking clearly and confidently allows you to effectively engage with an audience. 8. Stimulating creativity. Verbal expression encourages idea generation and innovation. 9. Critical thinking. Organizing speech requires reasoning and analysis, which nurtures critical thinking skills. 10. Receiving feedback. Speaking allows for immediate feedback from listeners, helping resolve issues and improving understanding. Practical tips for speaking. To speak effectively, consider the following. 1. Starting a conversation. Use courteous greetings like, quote, "Good morning everyone," unquote, quote, "Respected guests," unquote, or, quote, "Dear friends," unquote. 2. Know your audience. Tailor your speech to the background, interests, and comprehension level of your listeners. 3. Be context aware. Social factors such as age, status, and relationships determine how you should speak. Follow the cooperative principle. বন্ধনী শুরু, Grice's maxims. বন্ধনী শেষ. 1. Quantity. Share enough relevant information. 2. Quality. Say only what you believe to be true. 3. Relation. Stay on topic. 4. Manner. Be clear, concise, and orderly. 5. Use familiar language. Speak within your comfort zone, using vocabulary and expressions you understand well. Keep the conversation going. Use fillers like, quote, "right," unquote, quote, "okay," unquote, quote, "so," unquote, to maintain flow. Switching topics. To move on, use expressions like, quote, "by the way," unquote, or, quote, "now let me talk about," unquote. Intonation, stress, and rhythm. These help express tone, emotion, and meaning, essential elements of effective communication. Pace. Speak slowly and clearly to ensure your message is understood. Closing your speech. End your talk in a proper and impactful way. পৃষ্ঠা 244. Sample speaking tasks. দুটো কলাম আছে, বাঁ দিকের কলমে লেখা আছে টাস্ক টাইপ, ডান দিকের লেখা আছে ডেসক্রিপশন। সেলফ ইন্ট্রোডাকশন. Briefly introduce yourself using a simple tagline. For example, "Hi, I am Reena from Kolkata." Picture description. Describe the scene and ideas conveyed by a picture shown to you. Storytelling. Construct a story using given prompts or visuals. Add engaging details to make it interesting. Presentation. Speak on a given topic. Use visual aids like charts or props. Debate. Participate in argument-based discussion presenting both sides. Mock interview. Respond to questions as if attending a real interview. Group discussion. Engage in discussions on current or academic topics. Compare and contrast. Highlight similarities and differences between two objects or concepts. Conversation summary. Summarize a dialogue or exchange after listening to it. Sharing opinions. Share your thoughts on a given issue or topic. Role play. Enact real-life situations. For example, doctor, patient, customer, shopkeeper. Additional speaking activities. 1. News reporting. 2. Product review. 3. Event explanation. 4. Model description. 5. Current affairs commentary. 6. Impromptu Speech. 7. Abstract topic explanation. 8. Travel experience sharing. 9. Describing a historic place. Classroom specific speaking tasks. 1. Narrate a story featuring animals. 2. Retell the story, quote, 3 questions, unquote, in your own words. 3. Act out a scene where you are a patient and your partner is a doctor. 4. Give a speech on the rising prices of essential commodities. 5. Speak on any of the following: global warming, biodiversity loss, river conditions in your locality, forest conservation. More tasks for speaking. Tasks and activities for speaking examinations vary significantly. You may be asked to perform various tasks. Click the link below to watch videos for speaking tasks. https://learnenglish-teens.britishcouncil.org/exams/speaking-exams/typical-speaking-tasks.